A very good morning everyone. I hope I am audible and visible. So before I begin, just let me check the same. Yes. So good morning everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. So the time is here. We've worked so hard for this day. Okay, day in, day out for all these sessions, whether it was master stroke, whether it was a 15-day challenge, PYQs, KCET pattern questions, formula video, everything that you needed, we have delivered it. And now the day is over here. We're gonna work really hard for the next couple of hours and go fully prepared without any loopholes or any flaws in our preparation. So don't worry, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do today in this particular session. First of all, good morning to everyone. I hope you're doing well. Okay, I hope all of you got voice is low. Yes, I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do today in this particular session. Can you hear it? First of all, good morning to everyone. I hope you're doing well. Can you all hear it? There's no voice problem. Okay, so if you have having a voice problem, means there's an internet issue or your device issue. Please check. We have checked from our side. So what we're gonna do, first of all, duration is that there's no constraint over here. The sooner we can finish, I'll let you go. Okay, so before I begin, all of you will find something very important in our WhatsApp channel right now, the drive links, right? So if you go to the WhatsApp channel, you'll find there. Good morning everyone. Yeah, so yes, we have said yesterday also, and right now also we're sharing the drive links for all the PDFs. So if you go, let's say I'm just opening one of the scheduled live session over here. Even if you check the one that we are doing right now and go down and check what beta, check the description of this particular, this is the description of this particular live. You check this description of the live, you will find over here join Diksha KCET WhatsApp channel. Link is provided. Just click on the link and you'll get to access it using WhatsApp. Over there, first thing you'll find is the set of links. Okay, the set of links, and in that what I want you to do in that basically is this. I want you all to check out rank booster series, guys. All of you should check out rank booster series. Excuse me, booster series. Then you're gonna go to math, and then I want you to download two files. Number one, KCET formula, and number two, top 50. In this you're gonna find total of 90 questions, guys. You're gonna find 90 questions over here. So please download these two files right now if you have not downloaded it earlier. Okay, I hope my request is clear to all of you, because I need this right now. Okay, from all of you. Am I clear what I want? I want all of you to go and download this session, KCET formula and top 50, where I've done 90 questions, actually not 50. Download these two PDFs and have it with you right now. Okay, all right. Now with this clear, now what I'm gonna do in this session, I'll let you know. So what I have planned, beta, Achha, there is no audio issues, anything, guys. We have checked it. There is no issue from our side. If there is still problem, it means you got to check from your end. Okay, there is no audio issue from this side. All right, yeah, yes, good. So I have got so far domain range question and area of integral concept that I have to revise. I'll do that for all of you. Okay, now, so before I start, what I have in plan for all of you today is I want to explain and discuss formulas. Alongside all of that, I want to tell you which all formulas are very important actually. Okay, so I'll start with the formulas. Okay, and I'll tell you which all formulas are very, very important. Okay, I'll go through. My first priority is revising all the formulas for all of you, because as I mentioned, exam beta will be based upon formulas, and not only knowing is enough, you have to recall it very, very fast. So that's why formula revision I have brought it this morning today. Are all of you okay with it? Yes. Siva Prashad, I already explained it to you in the beginning itself. I will not repeat myself. As I mentioned, link is provided in the description of this video. I just showed right now also, guys. That's why I showed you in the beginning itself. One last time, so please pay attention. It's not possible that one of you are getting it, one of you are not getting it. Okay, so please do not, this is last time I'm telling you, all of you should go back and check. Okay, because do not disturb me when I'm continuing with the flow. Okay, one request, if you go and check the WhatsApp channel, you'll find all of them, and there it is, KCET rank booster, the ongoing series. You have to check in that. And how do you get to the WhatsApp channel is better over here. One second. Okay, yeah, this is this. So if you check out any of the video description of the live that we are doing right now, down if you scroll in the description side, you'll find here join Diksha KCET WhatsApp channel. Okay, over there you're gonna click on the link and join the channel. First thing you'll find is the link of all the drives where the PDFs are stored. Okay, you have to go and check KCET rank booster in that math folder and PDF of formula and what PDF of top 50. Okay, let me just focus on the class now, guys. So are we ready to start now? Are we ready to start now? Okay, yes. All right, now one more thing. So we're gonna, as I mentioned over here, what we have to do, we're gonna start with the formulas. Is that all right? So if you check first thing first, some basics are there, some basic formulas of conventions. So those I'm gonna skip. I'll show you, but I'm gonna skip. For example, this is something very, very basic, conversion of radian to degree measure, degree to radian measure. This much you all know, and this comes useful also at times to get the question hang faster, right? Next, if you move on, in trigonometry we have to remember the table for sine, cos and tan. For sine, cos and tan, in this special angles are there, 0, 30 degree, 45, 60, 90. I know all of you know it, but please have a look. Simply you can, if you want to know how to find this particular value, put for each of this starting from 0 to 1, 0 to 4 actually, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see if I can erase this. Can I erase this, guys? No. 1 second. Yeah. 1 second. Looks fine. 1 second. Let's see if I can erase this. Good. So if I actually try to show this, how to solve this part to all of you, how do I do that? Simply I'm asking you to do something. 1 second. Check. What I meant to do over here is this, a very simple thing, and that is right here 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, divide by 4 in all of these. Okay, divide by 4 in all of these and take then roots. Take the roots. Okay, and you get all the values. Don't have to remember also. This is sir 0, this is sir 1 by 2, this is sir 1 by 2 is left, means 1 by root 2. Over here sir root 3 by 2, and over here sir 1. Okay, so you got the value of sine over here, and for cos, simply for 90 value 1 is there, so that will come over here. This will sir come over here, this remains as it is, and this will go over here, and so on, right? Even the last one will become 0. And for tan, the ratio of sine and cos is there. All right, guys. Now, very, very important, looks very simple to all of you, but very, very important, the sign of means positive or negative nature of the ratios in all the 4 quadrants. This helps us a lot whenever we're dealing with increasing decreasing function. So please have a look. In the sine is positive only in the first 2 quadrant, cos is in the first quadrant and the last 4th quadrant, tan is in first and third quadrant, cot is in first and third. Okay, and secant also as same as cos, and cosec also same as cos. Okay, great. All right, next please move on. If you look at the domain and range of the functions, this also plays a big role to understand ITF as well. So this is for sine function, this is for inverse of sine function. Over here you will find the domain to be what? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, right? And what is the range? Minus 1 to 1. In the ITF, in the inverse function, this interchanges. Okay, the domain becomes what? Minus 1 to 1, and the range is what? The range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, the domain is what? Minus 1 to 1, and range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. I hope you know that, right? Why this range only? Because we have to make it 1 1. Initially sine function is not 1 1. Check, the domain is all real number. If you draw a horizontal line, you'll get more than one intersection. But if you make this restriction, if you restrict it from here to here only, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then the sine function becomes 1 1. Sine function, remember this, a question came in CET, a sine function is 1 1, that's why it is very important. Please listen better. Sine function is 1 1 between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 only. Okay, again other intervals are also there, but principal value branch will be minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and so our inverse will work on that only. Domain is minus 1 to 1, range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, same it goes with the case of cos. All right, so domain of period of sine is 2 pi. What's the meaning of period, sir? Means the value that you see over here repeats after 2 pi intervals, means this value of 1 will come after 2 pi. Okay, so this is, sir, at pi by 2, next value is at 5 pi by 2. If you check the difference of these two values, you'll have the difference as 2 pi. Okay, that's in sine. Same goes in case of cos also. Cos also we have the value of period as 2 pi, and over here the domain and range goes from cos all real to minus 1 to 1. For inverse it will become 0 to pi. Okay, if you want to restrict it for inverse, this is the function that I get for ITF, cos inverse of x, and in this case what is the domain, sir? The domain is nothing but minus 1 to 1, and range is what, sir? 0 to pi. Sorry, 0 to pi. Don't worry about it, I have given that already. Yes. So don't worry, I'm going to revise in next 40-45 minutes all the formulas, and then I'll take up your doubts that you have. Okay, somebody said, sir, application of integral. Somebody says, sir, one more thing was there. I remember that. So I'm going to take up your doubts after revision of all the formulas. Okay, so the same goes for tan x as well. So tan x, the domain is what, sir? Everything except for the multiples of pi by 2. Okay, at integral multiple of pi by 2, think about this. What happens over here? This is undefined, sir. This goes to plus infinity over here, and this goes to minus infinity over here. Okay, this is the graph of tan x, and this is domain, range is always all real numbers. Okay, and what about tan inverse? This is the graph of tan inverse. This is the graph of tan inverse. Okay, guys. In this case, what happens? Your domain is what? Your domain is all real number, and your range is what? Your range is only minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and that also open. This is for ITF. Okay, now so these are some basic things, some formulas, or for sine of minus x, cos of minus x. Please have a look on the screen, and I hope you've downloaded the PDF already. So I'm going to skip these things right away. Sine of minus x is minus sine of x, sir. Okay, odd function is there. This is even function. I hope you know this. This is odd function. This shows it is even function, right? And this is basically from the quadrant 90 minus theta, 90 plus theta, and all those conditions are there. 180 minus theta and 180 plus theta in terms of x we have written over here. Moving on, few more formulas or entities over here involved. This is of course for the quadrant rule only, and these are the sum of angle formulas. I remember in the question that we were dealing yesterday, we had this result only, no? Yeah, we had this result over here. No, that was a simple formula. It was 2 sine x and cos y. I wrote this as sine of x plus y minus sine of x minus y. This is the formula on which a question of CET PYQ was there. I explained yesterday also. Yes, so sum and difference of angles for sine, cos, tan, all important and listed over here. Okay, so you have the PDF, please go through it, please revise these formulas. Okay, now double angle formula for cos 2x, very important. We use this very often. Okay, we use the other form also over here. What is the other form? We use 1 plus cos 2x as 2 cos square x, and 1 minus cos 2x as 2 sine square x. Okay, of course this value comes from here only. This combination gives me 1 plus cos 2x, and this combination with this gives me 1 minus cos 2x. Okay guys, so these are the two very commonly used format of double angle formula of cos 2 theta or cos 2x. So tan 2x you get with the help of tan x plus x only. So 2 tan x upon 1 minus tan square of x. This also we use a lot. This formula we also use a lot. Sine in terms of sine and cos, and sine in terms of tan. Okay, makes sense everyone? Yeah. All right, so I hope what I'm doing is helpful to all of you, revising all the formulas with all of you. Yeah, first again for triple angles, these two are used, tan 3x rarely used, but still good to know it. Okay, 3 tan x minus tan q upon 1 minus 3 tan square of x. Okay, moving on. So in the previous case that we had sum of angles, right, and we got into product terms. Here we have to start from basically sum of the ratios to the product of the ratios. Okay, so this is what we are going to use. So I think what you're using that day, yeah, this was the formula that I used. No, yes, not this one, sorry, we use this one, right? We use this one. We have the other format also. Yes, we have the other format. 2 sin x, I wrote this formula only, please check. 2 sin x cos y is sin of x plus y and sin of x minus y. That's why I got angry when I told you guys that this is a formula and you all should better know it. Okay, so very, very important formula. Directly questions in CET, especially the PU1 part, directly formula based comes. So formula is very, very important. Please recall these. I know there are many, but it's okay, you have done it many times, and there's a relation between all these formulas, so you can recall it very, very fast. If you don't know it at all, then you have to skip the question. Otherwise you cannot solve it without any of the formulas. Okay, now if you move on to the complex numbers, over here this property is very commonly used. I plus 1 upon I minus 1 is nothing but I. We solve it using rationalization, if you remember. Okay, and this I power m is equals to 1 when m value is what? 4, 8, 12. So all the multiples of 4, when the power is all the multiples of 4, the value of I power m is always 1. So that concept is frequently repeated in COMEDK and CET both. Over here you'll find this, please check, I plus 1 upon I minus 1 as I. If you have the reciprocal, I minus 1 upon I plus 1. If you have this case, again you can rationalize only, you'll have I minus 1 and I minus 1. This becomes what? Square of this. So I square plus 1 minus 2i, and over here we have I square minus 1. I square minus 1, and if you solve it, you'll have this and this cancelled. You'll get what the value? Minus 2i upon minus 2. Check this out. The value is coming still as I only. Okay? Yeah. Something is wrong. I plus, okay, sorry, this is wrong. I plus 1, na? Yeah, this is I plus 1 actually. I plus 1, and no, this is correct only. 1 second. I plus 1 was here. It becomes what? I minus 1. I'm sorry. This becomes I minus 1 only. So we have a square, the whole square. So I square plus 1 minus 2i. And over here I square minus 1. So minus 1 becomes minus 2. Value still is going to be I only. Alright. So yeah, in both the cases, I power m. This result is what important over here. Okay guys, yeah, and beta, I'm telling you, no need to panic. Just take, whenever you're feeling that this is too much, you're feeling overwhelmed, close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. It works. Okay, it gives your mind some time to recollect your thoughts and focus on what is the next step to solve the problem that you're facing. So whenever you think this is too much, just close your eyes. 3 deep breaths. It gives you time. I'm not saying this is magic, everything will be sorted after that. No, it gives you time. It gives your brain some time to resolve things on your own. Okay, so try to don't focus and continue the same anxiousness that you're having right now when you face any problem or face any new question. Try to always remember this in your mind. Keep this in your mind. Okay, yes. Alright, so again, these are the formulas which is based upon identities and complex numbers. Remember, this is same as a plus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square, and all the cases, whole cube and of positive and negative side. This is nothing but same as the identities formulas in terms of what? Complex numbers. Okay, so nothing important over here, nothing difficult over here. Now this is the case for finding the modulus of any given complex number. So you simply take the squares of the coefficients, real and imaginary part, in the root. Okay, and for conjugate, you do what? You conjugate, you're going to do this imaginary part becomes plus 2 minus 1 or minus 2 plus 1, vice versa, whichever is given to all of you. Okay, if this is my complex number, then this will be the conjugate. If this is my complex number, then that is the conjugate. Okay, it just works vice versa. And of course, mod of z will be same as mod of z bar. Z bar is the way to write the conjugate. Modulus will remain same because you'll have square of x plus y square over here in the root. Here also you'll have same thing. Okay, simple concept itself. Okay, so now this is some result for purely complex, purely real and purely imaginary. Purely real means your z bar will be same as z. Think about it. Purely real, it means x plus I into 0. If you take z bar, okay, if you take the conjugate of this, so x minus I into 0. So for purely real complex numbers, you will not have the negative side or the imaginary side, only x bar and x will be there. So that's why you have z bar as same value z. Okay, now if in the case of purely imaginary, the sign changes. Okay, z bar is minus of z. Yes, yeah. Yes, Sagar, please continue and take some break, guys. You don't have to watch. If your preparation is done, you don't have to be here. You can go wash your face, close your eyes, lie down for some time, because as I keep mentioning, more than the preparation, at this point of time, what matters is performance. Okay, and you perform only when you are well rested, when your mind is at peace. That's why it is very, very important to perform well. If you have done the preparation, go and rest. Don't have to be here. Okay. This is for the student who wants me to help them with the last time, to hold their hand for the last time and get them to the examination hall. Okay, no worries. Properties of modulus are over here. So again, very simple. If mod of z is 0, it implies that real part and imaginary part both are 0. Mod of z is always equal to mod of z bar or mod of minus z, because modulus only means root of x square plus y square, nothing else. So whether you have conjugate or negative of the complex number, it will not matter. Okay, modulus remains same. There was a PYQ on this. Real part varies from minus, not on this. Okay, we have the next property. I'll show you. Real part varies from minus of mod z to plus of mod z, and so goes for the imaginary part as well. Okay, some more properties are over here listed. Please check. This is z into z bar, because they are the same thing. So mod of z square, a property for distribution on the product side, quotient side, and this is the formula that we still saw in the beginning. Okay, z1 plus z2 the whole square. This comes as z1 square z2 square and twice of real part of z1 and z2. And we have for z1 minus z2 the whole square. Okay, and we have for, if you add these two, what happens? You get this and this cancel, so only twice of this. Also is very, very important. This property is very, very important, rarely asked, but in COMEDK there was a question on this. Okay, and COMEDK questions sometimes are relevant to CET. That's why I'm saying this property is very, very relevant. Okay, but not in CET. It was asked in COMEDK, but they do take up some questions from COMEDK. So please remember this. Mod of z1 plus z2 the whole square plus mod of z1 minus z2 the whole square is twice of z1 square and z2 square. Twice of z1 square and z2 square. Okay, this is the same result. Okay, this is the same result that you have in terms of the coefficient. Here the coefficient is 1 and 1. Here it is a and b. So you get what? A square b square times of z1 square and z2 square. So whatever the coefficient over here you find, no, same you're going to take as square and take as sum. These two are very important, sir. Okay, if they want to give you a question on this, they are totally possible that they can give you a question on these two particular formula. All right, now so some properties of conjugate listed over here. If you allow me, I can move on. Okay, but yeah, very, very important. Please go through this. You have the PDF, go through these properties and revise all the properties. The previous one was for modulus, this was for properties of conjugate of complex numbers. Okay, yes. All right. Now Argan plane and polar representation. Over here I find many of you asking me this question: what is the argument of a complex number, sir? But the argument represents the angle between the real axis to, if you draw this, if you take the complex number as 2 plus 3i, let's say, and join the line from this, basically this complex number will denote a point on the Argan plane. What is Argan plane? Where x-axis is the real axis and y-axis is the imaginary axis. X plus iy or 2 plus 3i will represent the point 2, 3. If you join this point to the origin, okay, what happens over here? You get this angle, and this angle is called as argument. And how do you find this? Of course, you can check over here. This is forming a right angle triangle, tan inverse of 3 by 2. Tan inverse of, always remember, y by x. If you want to know, the formula is tan inverse of y by x. Okay, clear everyone? Yeah. So this is again the special case of q root of infinity. When you have this, you have a very, very important result. The result is this: 1 plus omega square is equals to 0. Okay, and this is the three roots that we have. One of the root is 1. Omega is this value and omega square is this value. Plus sign over here, minus sign, rest all remains same. Okay, so far any problem, guys? So far any problem? I would like to know once in the chat. So people who are thinking, sir, what is the class duration? As I mentioned, I'll take the revision of all the formulas, and then I'll take your doubts that you have regarding whatever it is. Somebody says domain question, sir. Somebody says question on, application of integrals. So I'm going to dictate those problems. Okay. So far so good. Are you able to find this session of our last formula revision helpful to all of you? Can I continue? Can I continue? Let me have some water also. Because not only I'm telling you the formulas, I'm telling you how the question is asked on these formulas. So my statements are very important. Please follow me. Yes. Okay. I'll continue. Let me have some water. Yeah. But I have all of that. I have all the chapters. Don't worry. I have brought all the chapters. Okay. But you are right to ask for vectors, because vector is a formula based chapter. Vector and 3D, if you know the formulas, you can directly solve the question. Okay. Now binomial theorem over here. So what you need to remember is, of course, how to find the expansion of 1 plus x power n, very very important, and also 1 minus x power n. This also is equally important. So in this case, what happens? Only the odd terms are negative. This is nc0 minus nc1 x, nc2 x square minus nc3 x cube, and so on. Okay, so the odd terms are negative, except everything remains same only, because expansion, sometimes the question will be asked on, what is the fourth term, third term, like that, or removing odd terms or even terms. Then this kind of plays big role over there. So please remember this. Next, we have a special case that I need you all to remember these two over here. Please check. Coefficient sum, if you take all the coefficient sum, it is 2 power n. If you take sum of only even coefficient, this is beta, only even coefficient, and this is only odd coefficient. Okay, value is 2 power n minus 1. Very very frequently asked, or this concept has been repeated at many times, or has been useful in many questions. So please remember these two from here. Okay, now to find the number of terms, of course, if it is, so over here we have how many terms? 1, 2, 3, and r terms are there. We have r terms. Then the formula is what? N plus r minus 1 cr minus 1. This is not for the binomials. Okay, when we have more than 2 terms, then you use this formula. Okay, but if you are talking about only binomial, guys, okay, only binomial, what is the formula for this? 1 plus x power n is there. The number of terms is given by, one second, n plus 1. The number of terms is given by n plus 1. This is for binomial. If you have more than 2 terms inside the bracket, then you can use this formula. But before you use this, please check, in a question I showed you yesterday, it was like this: a square minus 2ab plus b square. So do not go and use this result over here, because this simply becomes what? If you have over here, let's say 10, this becomes a minus b the whole square, and outside is 10. So this becomes what? A minus b power 20. So the number of term is what? 21. Okay, so just because they are having 3 terms, not always need to use this formula. Only when you cannot make any result inside and you are stuck with more than 2 terms inside the bracket, then you use the formula n plus r minus 1 c r minus 1, c r minus 1 for the number of terms. Otherwise this works most of the time. Okay, algebra of limits. Again, this is very very easy. Can I skip this? Yeah, limits you can separate for sum and difference, product also, and in the power also, in the quotient also, you can separate it all of that time. Okay, this was the power, this was the quotient, you can use the limits. So this is, I think, very very clear. Algebra of limit is very very clear. I am skipping this topic. Next, evaluation of limit by using standard results. So we have 3 very important results for all of you. One of them is for polynomial function. X power n minus a power n x minus a is n times of a power n minus 1. Question have been asked on this very very frequently. I saw, remember one question. If you go and refer the top 50 PDF, you'll find over there that theta wala question is there. M equals to 1 by 5 used to come over there. Yes. But this is 7 o'clock. I'll try to finish the formula part by 7:30, 7:40. Okay. So I am done with first 20 slides. Let me just continue right now. Yeah, and this is the result for trigonometry, sin theta by theta. tan theta by theta, when theta tends to 0 is what? Always 1 and 1. And for this is the LH rule. What happens over here? If you have function fx upon gx given, when x tends to a, you can find the same thing by doing what? Differentiation of f dash of x. So basically fx to f dash of x, gx to g dash of x, and apply limit x tends to a. Okay, so LH rule, this is how it works. All right, guys, come on, at least I have a request to all of you. For the next 30 minutes, can you not please talk in the chat? But this is for your welfare. Okay, you think I am wasting your time? I am really not wasting your time. So please, for next 30 minutes, listen to me. Let me revise the formulas with you. If you know everything very well, please do not disturb the class and other students. Okay, because I'm not able to see any of them asking me anything. I'm missing those concerns and questions. My request, I'm folding my hands and asking you all, please, for the next 30 minutes, be a little bit courteous to the student who are studying, and you also listen to me. Very important session. Okay. Otherwise, why would I come in the morning? I've done everything that you need. I've given you all that you need to prepare well for KCET. Then why I'm here in the morning? To support you one last time before you go for the examination. You have today only the exam, right? Please understand the seriousness of this particular class. Okay, we are all putting a lot of efforts over here. Okay, so please understand this. Yes, come on. Yeah, evaluation of limit when x tends to infinity. This is also a property which is frequently asked in CET. So for this kind of question, we have this works best when you have fx by gx. Okay, both are polynomial function. Limit x tends to infinity. Okay, now in this kind of question, we have three cases. Case number 1 is when numerator degree. Okay, of course. 1 second, guys. Degree of numerator is equal to degree of denominator. Okay, whenever you have this case, let me write this function in this format just to make sense for all of us. Ax square bx plus c, and we have px square qx plus r. Let's say this is my given polynomial function. Both are having degree 2 and 2. Basically, when they are equal in nature, then what happens? Then this value is simply then this limit simply becomes what? The coefficient of the degree term, which is a. So a upon p. This is my answer, sir. A upon p. The second case, when degree of numerator is more than degree of denominator. Degree of numerator is more than degree of denominator. So in this case, limit value goes to infinity. Limit value goes to infinity. Third case, when degree of numerator is less than degree of denominator, in this case, limit value goes to 0. It becomes equal to 0. Three important cases. This is not for the case 2 and case 3 is not for this particular function, only just showing you this result. Okay, this is the case for only number 1 when degree is same. Very important concept, guys. Okay, very important concept. Next. Okay, now this is a result where we always see that any greatest integer function will be not continuous at what point? At the integral value. And it makes sense also if you draw this integration, the GIF value, we have this as the function graph. So if you check for any integral value, what happens? Check for any integral value, sir. What happens, beta? Check. If I take for this particular case, from the right hand side the value is what? 1, and from the left hand side the value is what? 0. Over here also you check. Okay, from left side the value is what? This is, sir, -1 and -2. From left the value is -2, and from the right the value is -1. Okay, so basically from left and right the values are different, hence the limit does not exist. The limit does not exist. And when limit does not exist, we call the function to be not continuous at x equals to what? Z, integral values. Okay, it might look very silly to you, but this has been asked many times, this concept of a continuity for GIF of x. Getting it? Okay. Okay, this is some simple formulas only, guys. Sin x by x, x by sin x. So please go through the formulas. You have the sheet from to all of you. Revise the formula for limits. Okay, so I already explained to you the important ones. These are the important ones over here. Okay, yes. Subsets. There was a question that all of you were asking me as a doubt. I was very upset that day. Number of subsets. This is also called as power of a set. Let's say there is a set A and the cardinal number is given as what? Let's say it is n. Okay, then number of subset is nothing but 2 power n. 2 power n. Okay, yes. Yeah, see over here mentioned also. Yes. Okay, all right, let me just continue from here. You can read the definitions if you want to. Proper subset, when you have something extra present over here. Proper subset, in this case we write this symbol. For subset we write this symbol. Difference is there. This is exactly when it is same. Okay, okay, at least one element is extra. Okay, means it is present in B but not in A. Means one, let's say if I write A as 1, 2 and B is what? 1, 2 and 3. Then A is a proper subset. A is a proper subset of B. Okay. Subset means it can be equal also. Subset means it can be equal also. But proper subset means one thing has to be extra in, at least one has to be extra in the set B. So A is the proper subset of B. Okay. Few notes over here. Please go through this. Okay. Read through this. Abhishek, just 30 minutes. Next 30 minutes. All right. Intervals. Okay, so let me just go very quickly from here onwards. Very simple ones. Intervals, we have two cases when closed is there, when we have to write both sides square brackets and both points are included over here. Open means both points are excluded, not included over here basically, and we write open over here and we write small brackets. That is my open interval. This is the combination of closed open means first is closed, other is open. This is open closed means the first one is open, other one is closed. Okay, only 4 combinations are possible. You have it over here. All right, guys. Yeah. Universal set, of course, a set which contains, for all the numbers. For example, I can have example of integers and all those things. Okay, let's continue from here. Union of set, when you combine them, remember this is having what? No repetition should be there. No repetition of element. From here we have one property, if you remember, there was a question on this. Okay, if n of A was 3 and n of B is 6, then this can be minimum of 6 and maximum of 9. The case where all 3 common will be 6, and when none of them are common will be sum of the both, so 9. Okay, this was the question that was there. This is separate, guys. This is separate, by the way. This is the PYQ. Okay, yes. Just understand this, in union there is no repetition. That's very important. And you take a combination of all the elements. Properties are there. You have to remember this. Very important. Okay. Very useful in the examination. All right. A union B is same as B union A. A union B union C is nothing but, you can take it any different ways. Okay. You can take A, B and C first. A law of identity, when you take union of A with in null set, you get A back. If you get union of A and A, it will become simply A only, and union of A and universe is what? Universe only. Okay, yes. All right. Intersection, again we look for the common elements. You can check over here 1, 2, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what is the common over here? Only 5 and 2 is common. 2 and 5. So 2 and 5 will be your answer for intersection. Okay. So this is simple. Again the properties are over here. So for commutative law you can write A, B or B, A. Please go through this. Okay. Very important formulas. Again we have 3 elements. You can take in any order. We have law of law of universe and law of null set, which is 5 times of A. 5 intersection with A is nothing but 5 only, and 5 union of A and this is nothing but, not union, intersection of this is nothing but A itself. Okay, idempotent law is nothing but intersection of A with A is A. Yes, go through this. All right. Disjoint set means nothing is common. When the common between things are null set means nothing is common. That is disjoint set. Okay. Difference of set. Difference means what is present in A but not in B. This means present in A but not in B. Alright. Yeah. So check over here. A minus B will be what in this case? So present in A. So 1 is present, sir. 2 is present, sir. That's it. So answer is what? And even 5 also. Okay, 5 also is present. So present in A, not in B. So answer is 1 to 5. Next one is very, very important, symmetric difference. Okay, over here also question comes. So what is this? You look for those elements which are present in either but not in both. Present in either but not in both. Very important. Present in either but not in both. Okay, that's how you find this result. Complement of set, everything but that particular set is complement of set. I hope you know this very well. Yeah. Complement laws are there, and De Morgan's law. Very, very useful. Okay, please have a look. Yes. All right, slope of line, how do you find this, sir? So simply coefficient of x. So if you have in this format, y equal to mx plus c, then there is no problem itself. Okay, I hope you remember there are different forms of straight lines. I have written over here. Yes, no, not written. So let me just write it over here once for all of you. Different forms are, first of all, y equal to mx plus c is there. This represents slope. Then you have y minus y1 equals to m times of x minus x1, first form. This is slope intercept. This is point slope form. This is 2-point form. So y minus y1 equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1 and x minus x1, guys. X minus x1. This represents what? This is the formula for m, by the way. The slope is given by m equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, or simply angle tan theta with the positive x-axis, of course. Okay, and there's one more formula, one more result is there. The number 4th form is intercept form. So x by a, y by b equals to 1. This is when intercept form is involved. So x intercept is a, y intercept is b. This is the equation of the line. Okay, great. This is how you find the slope. Okay, so coefficient of x is over here L, coefficient of y is m. This is the formula for slope. Got it? Yeah, moving on. Now few results that is there on the slope condition. Angle between two lines we have. So we talk about, let's say this is one line, a second line over here, and for this line slope is m1, this line slope is m2, then this represents the angle theta, let's say, between them, the acute angle side, of course. Then this is given by plus minus m2 minus m1, 1 plus m1 m2. Okay, basically from here, this is the result. You can write either of them, m2 minus m1 or m1 minus m2, same thing only. Okay, yeah. When it is parallel, tan theta is going to be what? Tan 0. So for parallel conditions, slopes are equal. For perpendicular, what happens? For perpendicular, this is the result. Product of slope is -1. Looks very simple, but it is from where the question comes. Thus, slides I show you over here. First, second, third, fourth. From this, one question can come in your straight lines. That is it, and you'll get 1 mark. Okay, so decide how important is this. Yeah, decide how important is this from here itself. Okay, one question will come from straight line from here itself. Okay, now, yeah, slope of a straight line equally inclined to two given lines. Okay, so if I represent same way, let's say this is the two lines, and there's a line which is equally inclined to both of these. So how do you find slope of this? This is m, sir, this is m1, and this is m2. The result is given over here. Yeah. In the knowledge of what we have, yeah. If it is parallel, sir, of course, if the two lines are given parallel, then coefficient will remain same. ax by, only this constant will change. Okay. But you don't have to worry about this one right now. Let's forget this particular result. All right, guys, let's not confuse ourselves. Distance, again, this is very, very important. Distance of a point from a line, this is given by c upon a square plus b square. This is the case when the origin is involved, when the line is from origin. Okay, often distance is from the origin. When it is taken from any point which is x1 comma y1, the value is ax1 by1 plus c root of a square plus b square. This a and b represents what? Coefficient of x and y in the equation of the line. Please check. Yeah, a and b represents coefficient of x and y in the equation of the line. Difference is there. Okay, yes. So these are very straightforward and very useful formulas, and one question will come from this for sure. Okay, Yeah. This is the same result applied to parallel lines. So simply difference of the coefficient. If you have two lines, y equal to mx plus c1, y equal to mx plus c2, okay, then the difference is simply what? c1 minus c2 upon 1 plus m square when the lines are given in in the slope intercept form. When the lines are given in general form, ax by c2, ax by c1, then the result is, instead of having 1 plus m square, you will have what? You will have what? c1 minus c2, a square plus b square. Actually, this value comes from here only. Don't worry about it, okay? A by b will become your m value. Sorry, b by a will become your m value. B by a will become m value from the same result. You can find slope from here, no? This formula of slope. This we can use. You'll get b by a over here. Okay, match b by a. 1 second. Yes. So parallel lines, here it is. When the general form is given, when the slope intercept form is given, please have formulas. Remember, difference of coefficient a square plus b square when general form is given. Difference of coefficient 1 plus m square when the slope intercept form is given. When there are parallel lines, what will happen? The slope will remain same. Okay? Yes. Yes, Gina, what is the problem, bacha? Tell me. I am trying to finish this in the next 20 minutes. Please remember. Okay? Close only, guys. Yeah. How many we have left? Not much. Let me continue. Okay, mirror image of a point. This is a very important concept, but questions on COMEDK has been asked on this, but not in CET. But if you want to remember this formula, good for you. This is the case when what? This is the case of when you have, I can write over here. This is the case of mirror image, means when you have this as the line. What is the line given equation? Yeah, this is the equation given. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is the line given, and over here we have a point P with the coordinate x1, y1. Okay, then this is the P dash, sir, or nothing but in this case, okay, P dash only, the image of this, okay, the image of this, and this value is given by what, sir? X2, y2. So in this equation only x2 and y2 is unknown, everything else is known. A and b are the coefficient of x and y from here in the equation. Y1 and x1 represents the point which is given to all of you. Okay, same thing over here also. So if you know the formula, these two are exactly same. Just understand this. Over here we have extra 2, here we don't have that. And what is the reason for this not having that? Because, sir, in this case, this is the figure. The point, if this is, sir, P, this is the P dash actually. This is, sir, x1, y1. And P dash is what? Simply x2, y2. Because this represents foot of the perpendicular. This is the equation for value for foot of the perpendicular x2, y2, the coordinate, and over here it is the mirror image. So two different cases are there. Okay, I hope this is clear. Yes. Variance and standard. Okay, now over here, statistics. All right, so in this I would request you all to remember some properties. I'm gonna go to that. And this is the result that we have. This is the variance. Variance, we write this as sigma square. So root of this will become what? Standard deviation, and that comes as simply sigma. Okay, sigma square is the variance and sigma is the standard deviation. Formula for standard deviation is this only, sir. Sometimes we write this as also equal to, for our easy, xi square upon n minus x bar square as the value of variance. If you take the root, it becomes standard deviation. All right, yeah, so as I mentioned, you can write this as xi sigma square upon n minus x bar square, and this you take in the root. Okay, this sometimes becomes much easier, that's why I've written that. Okay, yeah. Now I want you to remember these properties. When you add a constant to the data, xi represents the data, then variance does not change. Variance will remain same as the without addition. Okay, but when you multiply lambda to the data, it becomes what? Lambda square of the original variance. Lambda square of the original variance. And what about deviation, sir? Lambda times of the original deviation. Okay, same over here. If you add with b and multiply with a, b will have no effect in the variance, only a will have. How, sir? A square times of the original variance. So a square times of the original variance. Okay, and what about this deviation? A times of the original deviation sigma. Okay, yes. Some formulas are there for geometric progression, sir. This is the terms which is given, general term of GP. This is given by what, sir? AN equals to ARN minus 1. Sum of n terms is given by, sir, Sn equals to A times of R power n minus 1 upon R minus 1. This is the case where R is more than 1. For R value is less than 1, sir, we have A times of 1 minus R, okay. Yeah. This is very, very important. You must have seen yesterday, I have used in a lot of questions for geometric mean and arithmetic mean. If you have two numbers over here, A, B and A1, A, B and G1, then A1 is given by what, sir? A plus B by 2, or simply 2A1 is A plus B. And in this case, sir, G1 is given by root of AB, or G1 square is nothing but AB. Okay, you can write that result also, very important. 2A1 is A plus B and G1 square is AB. Geometric mean and arithmetic mean. This represents your geometric mean and this is the case for arithmetic mean. Clear? Important, very, very important. Infinite series term, also the formula is there, sir. Very useful, A upon 1 minus R. Okay, of course R value has to be less than 1. Okay, now domain and range of ITFs, I already mentioned that in the beginning also, but here it is: sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, and others also over here. Please remember this, directly useful in the ITF questions. Yes. Okay. Yeah, properties of ITF. As I mentioned, there was a question on this. The domain question, somebody was asking the domain question. This is the domain question. When x is from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, sine inverse of x is x. Okay. The question that we were solving yesterday, the x value was what actually? 2 pi by 3. How much is this? 120 degrees. This represents what? Minus 90 to 90. Think. Will this lie over here? Of course not. Hence the formula becomes what in that case? In this case, sine inverse of sine x is not x, it is pi minus x. It is pi minus x. Okay. So that was the domain concept we used. Okay, depends upon where is the formula, so that way we go. Reflexive relation. So when you have, this is the case when you have, the relation of ARA, basically the relation of ARA, only ARA is called as anti-relation, means 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 for all the elements given. In this case we have 1, 2, 3 given. That's why for all the elements, if you have that, it's called as entity relation or reflexive relation. But if you can add something extra to the relation, then it will no longer be identity, because for identity it has to be only A, only 1, 1, only 2, 2 and 3, 3. It cannot be something extra after that. If you add extra, it is no longer identity relation, it is only reflexive relation. Okay, only reflexive relation. Symmetric relation. Okay, what happens in this case? The ordered pair is very simple. A, B, if it is there, then B, A should also be there in the relation. If I have to show you, if I write a relation R1, sir, then A, B, if it is present, beta, then B, A should also be present in the relation itself. Both ordered pairs should exist together. For example, I wrote here 1, 2, but is there 2, 1? No. Then the relation R2 is not symmetric. But if I write here 2, 1 also, then it becomes symmetric. Yes. What about transitive, sir? In this case, we have three conditions. So we have two if conditions. We have first if condition as AB and BC. So we have two if conditions. If AB and BC is present, means if I write a relation R1 with AB present and BC present, means in the given relation AB and BC are both present, then you must have AC also, and when you have that, you call the relation to be transitive in nature. You call the relation to be transitive in nature. Okay. Now, one more result I want to tell you all. If in a question given to you, you have AA and BB and you have AB, okay, recommendation, do not check. This is always always transitive, always transitive, okay, always transitive. If you have A, B, B, A, B, transitive. If you have A, B, B and B, A, transitive. If you have, let's say, A, same way, C, C, A, C, transitive. If you have A, C, C and C, A. So whenever you have this kind of identity relation possible alongside A comma B, always transitive. Don't check for it. Do not waste your time checking for it. It's always transitive. Okay. And if you cannot create an objection on transitive relation, listen to me. If you cannot create, if there is no objection on transitive, then the relation is transitive. Getting it? I'll repeat again. If there is no objection, for example, check here, 1 1 2 2 3 3. Can you create objection over here? Can you say, sir, A there, B B, A B there, sir, B C there, sir, A C is not there? Can you say that? Can you say A B there, B C there, but A C not there? Can you create this objection? No, sir. There is no objection over here. We have, in this case, no objection. Okay? It simply means hence always transitive. I hope it makes sense. Most of you make mistakes in this only. Okay? Yes. Equivalence relation, you take what? All the three. Also reflexive, symmetric and transitive combination is called as case of equivalence relation. Yeah? Please have a look. Yes. Yes. Types of functions, we have 1 1 on 2. For 1 1 function we have two methods to solve. One method is algebraic method. You start with this, f of x1 equal to f of x2. If you end up with x1 equals to x2, then it becomes what? 1 1. If you have the case of what? If you have the case of not equal to, guys, then this should be also not equal to. This is the case for 1 1. Okay, otherwise on 2. And for the graph purpose, whenever you can draw the curve and have only one intersection, it is 1 1, sir. Okay, 1 1 functions. If you have like this, not 1 1. This is the case for not 1 1 or many 1. This is the case for many 1 or not 1 1. Okay, number of 1 1 function, there is a formula. If cardinal number of the set is defined from A to B, have a look, defined from A to B, then cardinal number of set A is M and set B is N. Set B is N, okay, and N means set B has more element. N is more than M if it is given, then number of 1 1 function is given by NPM. NPM. So N factorial upon N minus P factorial. Yes. Raju beta, I have last few only. So how many we have? So I want to revise these formulas. I'm now 58. So I'm going to continue till what? 70. So last 20 slides, I think. 20 slides. Yeah. Oh my God. There's too many actually. Okay. Let me continue go quickly, guys. Okay. So many more functions. I'll go through the basic things very quickly. For onto functions again, what do we have? We try to find the range over here. We find the range over here, guys. Okay, we find the range over here and try to create and check whether codomain and range are equal or not. If it is equal means onto, not equal means of course not an onto function. And how do you find number of onto functions? You either use the mapping, okay, means you find all the mappings and then you say that all of these are mapped to the same element. So remove that particular mapping. Remember that question we have solved. And this is what? Simply use the bijection, because if a given function is bijective in nature, it will have same number of onto functions also. The number of bijection will be same as number of onto functions, so that also we use. Okay, all right. For bijective, what happens? 1 1 onto function, both cases will exist, and the number of bijection formula is n factorial, provided n and m are equal. N and m means number of element in both the sets are equal. The number of bijection is given by n factorial. Okay. Let me just continue. For continuous function, limit of the function should be equal to function value at that point. Limit at a is equal to function value at the point A. Okay, next. Differentiation formulas. Of course, you all know this formula for sine inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, cot inverse, sec inverse, cosec inverse. Over here, the most important ones are this first three. The first three. Okay, yes, guys. Properties of logarithm, which is very, very important. Have I missed something over here? I hope not. If I have, let me just write this. I think this is missed. If you have m power a and n power b, if you have, okay, means I'll write this again. Please check. Log of m power a and the base n is there, also power a is there. The formula is what? A will come in front, b will also come in front, and the result will be a by b log m to the base n. So the power of m comes in the numerator and power of n comes in the denominator. Okay, yes, yeah. One more is very, very important. Have I written that? No. So log of a to the base b is nothing but log of 1 by log of b to the base a. Okay, these two are also important. Parametric form and derivative, you might have p in terms of fx, q also as a function of x. So differentiate p with q means differentiate p with x and differentiate q with x, and then take the ratio. Second order derivative, simply differentiate the first derivative, you get second order derivative. Okay, symbols are f double dash of x. Okay, yeah. In application of derivative, we have three cases of questions: increasing, decreasing function, rate of change, and maxima minima. In all the three cases, you're gonna start with what? Derivative only. If derivative is more than or equal to 0, increasing. Just more than means strictly increasing. Difference is there. What's the difference? Interval will be open in the case of strictly increasing. Over here, less than equal to 0 is decreasing case. Only less than means strictly decreasing, and in this case of strictly decreasing, you'll have open interval because there's no equal to sign over here. Now, in rate of change, we have two type of questions. Direct question where area is given. Differentiate a with r. That type of question is there. Answer becomes 2 pi r. In this, we have parameter involved, okay, or chain rule is involved. So when a is given as pi r square and you find dA by dt not r, the answer is 2 pi r dr by dt. That's the second type of questions. Okay. Maxima minima, again, try to use second derivative rule. Very simple. Find f dash of x equal to 0 to find the critical point or a stationary point. Okay. So let's say in this case, if you put f dash of x as 0, you get a and b as stationary point or critical point. Okay. Then double derivative at a if it is negative. Double derivative if it is negative means point of maxima. Double derivative at point A is 0 means f of A is the maximum or local maximum value, and double derivative at the point A is what? More than 0 means the function f of A is local minimum value. Same you can check for B also. Okay. Yes. Same thing is written over here, guys. Yeah. Nothing is different. Please check. This is the first derivative test to check and find the intervals. This is the wavy curve method. Okay, I've taken a question y equal to 2x square minus 2. Derivative if you find, you get 4x minus 0. It means the coefficient. It means the x equal to 0 is the only one critical point. So right here 0. Check the coefficient of x in the factor. It's 4. It's a positive value. Okay, since coefficient of x in y dash, this represents y dash, okay, is positive, we take positive on the extreme right side. So extreme right is positive, and change the sign negative, because if you check the power of x in the factor is 1, sir. It is 1. It is not dash, it is 1. So sign will change to minus. Okay? Yes. All right. Supriya, I have solved the questions in top 50. You have the PDF, beta. Please go through it. No, I told you in the beginning only. So there is PDF. I mentioned how to download it. Is there in the WhatsApp channel. Today morning also we have said top 50 PDF you can review. I saw it last night, 90 questions. No. No, we don't have formula for that. We actually use, we have to understand how you're writing the number of, different type of equivalence relation. There's no formula for that. Okay. Okay, all right, guys. So I'm gonna skip this. Pakka? Okay. Second derivative test also you know. Alright, so this is the substitutions that we have. Particular functions revision by parts is there. Okay, so again condition of islet is going to be involved. Particular functions, integrations involved. So yes, you have the PDF. Alright, you are not telling, you are asking me to skip this, I'll skip this in that case. Properties of definite integral. Okay, matrices property also you know. Transpose properties, very important concept here. Okay, this is direction cosines from vectors and 3D. One very important question, it might come on angle also, so remember this. Okay, yeah. Symmetric and skew-symmetric matrix, one question will come from here, so please remember this. Inverse of matrix also can come, but if it comes it will be lengthy in nature, so you should know both the methods to find the adjoint. Okay, for 2 cross 2 matrix there is a different shortcut method, for 3 cross 8 is a different shortcut method, so both have been taught during the board preparation. Okay, Cartesian parametric form. All right. Okay guys, then I'll continue to the question side. Okay, base theorem, one question is Pakka. One question will come on this for sure. Independent events also one question can come. Conics, all these formulas that you find on the screen, one question will come from here, you can just refer this. But parabola, ellipse, circle, I've given standard form and everything over here. Okay, yes. Alright, now if you wanted me to solve the question side, this is what I did yesterday guys, this is what I did yesterday. Okay, so look at these questions. If you want me to solve the questions only, here it is. Here it is. Okay, let me do one thing. So all of you have PDF with you, right? All of you have PDF with you right now. All of you have PDF. Can you kindly open the PDFs and ask me any question if you find difficulty is there? Yes, let me talk to all of you. Let me have some water also. You're welcome, Supriya. Everyone who's leaving, beta, all the best. All the best. I believe in you. Just remember the formulas. Keep your mind at calm. Okay, because now it's not for time for struggle is time for actually performance. So keep your mind at cool. If you find a difficult question, close your eyes, 3 deep breaths. Literally, I'm telling you, it will help a lot. Okay, yes. Hello Shifa, how are you? You're welcome everyone. Isha, it's completely natural to be scared in the examination. It means you care about it. So good. Take your parents' blessing. Whoever is elder to you, next to you, go and take their blessings. Close your eyes and have some let's say have 10-15 of deep breaths. Calm down. The more you sit in idle, keeping your eyes closed and take deep breaths, your mind will become clearer and clearer. Okay, so do not have to do that. Yes guys, yes. Hi Parash, how are you? Thank you for attending the class. You're welcome Aryan. I hope beta, so of course we know now, so the questions, yes, that's what my so out of 60 questions 20 will be very easy. The next 25 might be little bit easy to moderate. Okay, and this is going to be 15, what is it, difficult. So remember, I saw some of the students yesterday who were telling me this, that sir, I was solving in physics and I lost 15 questions. There was easy ones, I did not see them, I could not solve them in the time constraint that we have. So first of all, try to go through all the questions, spend some time and pick your easy questions first and solve it. If you are stuck for more than 5 seconds or 6 seconds on a question, you cannot remember the formulas, move on. You have to come back to the question. You cannot solve it right now. Okay, so you got to come back to the question. All right, yes, but do not leave any question, sir. There's no negative marking. Do not leave any question. By Ankit. All the best guys who are leaving. Yes. Yeah. Of course, my blessings are with you. Anybody who feels at any point of time feeling, little bit anxious. Acha, one more thing. Do not discuss any question with any of your friends on your way to college or center. No discussion only. No discussion. Keep yourself isolated. Do not talk to any of your friends. Keep your eyes closed and just try to focus on your breath. That's all. Keep your mind clear, guys. Let's say what happens, sometime this has happened to me. I went to examination hall. One of my friend and told me this question. I did not know that question. Okay, and he knew only one question of that. Okay, what happened? That one question distracted me a lot, and I got disturbed in my examination hall. This was during my part test of college examinations. Okay, we used to have mock tests now. There also, I got messed up in that examination. I got, I think, 2 out of 20. Okay, so I did not prepare well also. That's why I was anxious. And so I was about to get 10-12 marks, but because he came and bugged me in the beginning, I forgot all the formulas. It was a half an hour or 45-minute test. I lost it. I got angry at me and I did not write anything. So I got 2 marks. Okay, so this can happen. Try not to think and talk to anybody about any of the questions. All of you, my request. Yes, Suresh, I'll do that. So you are saying some questions of matrices. So but in matrices what happens? The question which comes is usually of what type? Is usually of what type? It is of, let's say this is one of the type which is involved over here. Right, 1 second. This is the case when you are asking to find inverse of a matrix. Okay. Yes. Inverse of matrix. If this given matrix is a diagonal matrix, then inverse is what? Simply reciprocal of the diagonal element. So 2 becomes 1 by 2, 3 becomes 1 by 3, 4 becomes 1 by 4. One question is this. Then again this is the P by Q what I gave you right now. Next question is this one. A question will come for sure on skew-symmetric matrix. Sorry, basically on transpose. Okay, this is the question on transpose. Properties: skew-symmetric matrix is x transpose is minus x, symmetric matrix is x transpose is plus x. Okay. Don't worry, Giri, you can score better in maths. Yes, Trisha, a statement question can come. Okay, Tanjiro, I'm going to discuss that also. No, Vardharaj, PU1 questions will be more easier. 1 or 2 might be very difficult. Okay. Go ahead, ask me, Paras. Yes, Akash, the tip is do not leave the paper unattended. Getting it? So basically, by solving one difficult question, we lose 4 to 5 questions. Do not be unfair to that. A difficult and easy question both carries only 1 mark. So try to attempt all the questions first, then spend more time in any particular question. Okay? You have to have on-point formula recall for all the questions. Getting it, guys? This kind of question will come. Next, one of the more question is what? The property on determinant. A adjoint A is equal to 10i. This is nothing but determinant of A. So all the properties are very, very important. Yes. Conics, one question will come. Conics, try to remember the formula of eccentricity, length of lattice rectum, and the foci, the questions, the formula for foci and vertex, those. I think that will grow. How to manage time? Abhi. For probability beta, one question will come on Bayes theorem, one question will come on independent events, okay, and application of De Morgan's law, and there will be a question on application of permutations in the probability. So as I mentioned, one question in the De Morgan's law, independent events, one question in Bayes theorem, one question in PU1, combination of what permutations in probability, and other will be general theorem questions, general statement questions. Okay. Sorry, I am not able to see all the doubts. There are many that is coming. Differential equation questions can be on integrating factor. Guys, whatever you are asking me, you have this PDF. You can scroll and check. The answer is given also. I mentioned in the beginning only, top 50 session PDF, you have it. Beta, please scroll now, you will find all the questions. But I'll tell you the nature over here. Differential equation, one question on what? The order and degree. One question on the number of constants is given, C1, C2 wala. Based upon that, you have to find the order, right? And one question on what? Linear differential equations. Finding the integrating factor or finding the final solution. Both category can be asked. Yes. Probability, as I mentioned already, LPP simple question, either on the constraint or on the maximum minima. Nothing different. Whatever you learned in PU2 boards, same question will come for probability. Nothing different will come. Okay. So Obito, you have to focus on the easy question better. Then you can score 30 minutes, 30 marks. That is the case for determinant of A to be 0 only, right? You're welcome. Ashwarya Nair, beta, if you want more questions to see and go through, check in the same folder. You will find complete revision video. I have solved 150 questions over there. Go and check it out. Both together will not be there. You're not seeing many questions of both together. If they're asking number of ways to arrange, we use permutation. If they're asking number of ways to choose, that is combination. Okay. Obito, I already answered that question. You're welcome, Paris. I've answered your question, Obito. Don't spam it, Obito, over here. I'm gonna block you right now. Don't spam. I already answered your question. Okay, you're blocked. You can see the trick video, but try to understand. I have given you many tricks in the questions, that after solving some steps, how to go to the next step very, very quickly. Okay. Yes, Maharaj, you're welcome. PDFs are all given in the WhatsApp channel. Go and check it out. Okay, I'll do that. Of course, easier ones. Okay, you can attempt, if you know the formulas of PU1 better, attempt PU1 questions. Attempt questions of C and D, differentiations, continuity. Attempt questions of matrices, vectors. If you're asking me what questions to attempt, from where are the easy questions coming? So the easy questions will come from PU1, direct questions are there. Then you can have continuity and differentiability, you'll have matrices and determinant, easy chapters. You'll have a question on what? Vectors and 3D, these are easy in nature. Okay. If you want sometime relation and function also, sets will be easy in nature. Okay. So over here we have close to 10-15 questions you can get over here. Okay, easy ones. Let's say 10 questions only if you get easy ones. So you have got 10 over here. This you're gonna get, let's say 4 questions also easy. This you're gonna have 7 to 8 questions and all will be easy only. Over here again 7 to 8 questions, all easy. This will be having what? Including P1, Pu2, 3 questions, both easy. Here also 1 to 2 questions, very easy. So 14, 28 and 3, 28 and plus 4, 32. These are 32 easier concepts and what I would recommend you to attempt first. Trisha, yes, very good question. So I would recommend you beta. So first one I will recommend that this one, root of f plus this wala. This function y is given, y dash is given 1 upon 2y minus 1. This is a very useful trick. Odd function trick, minus a to a, f of x dx is 0. Sometime this concept comes, sine inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is pi by 2. So given cos inverse they have given you, try to write this in terms of pi by 2 minus sine inverse to get that answer. That is one trick. Okay. Then we have, which is important, this fx by gx limit x tends to 0 wala trick. Okay. You'll find all the tricks available yesterday in the PDF of top 50 only. I wish you all the best, Obito. Don't spam the chat. Yes, Tanjiro, I'll solve 12th question. Yeah. Ashwarya, if you know the formulas well and you know how to use it, if you have followed my classes properly, don't worry, you have done your job better. You will get questions very, very easily. And you'll thank me later when you come for the paper discussion. Okay? Panic will not help. Knowing the formulas will help. That's why I was writing the formula in the morning. Yeah. 12th one I'm going to discuss, Tanjiro, don't worry. After today, COMEDK classes will start. This is limit fx upon gx. This is the case when numerator degree is equal to denominator degree. That one I'm talking about, degree question. Okay, those tricks are there. Okay. Yes. Okay, Tanjiro, 12th question. Sorry, beta. 12th one. Where's 12th one? 12th one you are asking. 12th one is here only, no? This is the 12th one. Okay. So what you do in this case, you write the coefficient matrix first. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. So right here 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. Next is what? 1, 2, A. 1, 2, A. And the constant matrix 6, 10, and B. 6, 10, and B. Now the property is there. The property is for unique solution. For unique solution, we have only one thing. Determinant of A should be non-zero. That is it, first case. Now for second case, so second case actually comes from when determinant of A is equal to 0. When this case is there, we have two conditions. We have no solution and we have infinite solution. Okay, I'm looking for this case, by the way, guys. Now check. If I want to get the case of no solution, of course first thing I have to get is determinant of A is 0. Check. When you get this A element equal to 3, it becomes row 2 and row 3 are equal. For any matrix, 2 rows are equal or proportional, determinant is 0. I'll repeat. If you take A value as 3, row 2 and row 3 are same, and for any matrix, if you have row 2 and row 3 or any two rows are same or proportional, determinant is what? Determinant is 0. So this is first condition fulfilled. Now I'm looking for case of no solution. But if you take B value as equal to 10, what happens? 1, 2, 3, 10, 1, 2. Now this is also 3, 10. So this is my first line. This is my row 2 line. And the second line is where? Second line is over here only, sir. So row 2, the line number 2 from here. This is line number 1. And line number 2 is over here only. So both the lines are coinciding, means overlapping. So we'll have how many points? We'll have infinite solutions. We'll have infinite common points. But do I want that? I don't want that. So it means B cannot be equal to 10, because if B becomes equal to 10, then becomes overlapping in nature. So not equal to 10. So hence we have A equal to 3 and B not equal to 10 actually, for the case of no solution. Hence answer is this. How to manage time? So as I mentioned already, guys, try to focus on better these topics first. Okay, PU1 you go ahead only if you know formula well. If you know formula well. If you know all the formulas well of PU1, you can go with PU1 first. Otherwise, go with these PU2 chapters and solve these questions first. These are all easy questions. Easy to moderate questions are these 32 questions. If you solve these first, you'll save time for the other questions. Okay. So PU1 questions, 10 questions will be very easy in nature. So solve those. C and D questions, matrix determinant questions. How do you save time? If you are good in calculations, you'll save time. If you're good in the formula recall, you'll save time. So time management works on picking the right question. If you waste time remembering the formulas, or getting the clarity, sir, I know the formula, but I might be wrong, I'm confused, then things go bad, because you have to solve 60 questions over here, right? You don't have this liberty to remember the formula in the examination hall. It should come like this. For example, I see this question, sir. I see this question. This is the formula of determinant of 1 by 2 times of, we're going to write the coefficient and find determinant, value will be there. Next, for this question, sir, I know the property is, I want to use this as determinant of A, determinant of B, determinant of B dash. It will become B square. So looking at the question, I should know the formula. Okay. This question, I know that determinant of the adjoint of A is given by determinant of A power n minus 1, and this is same. this value and this value is same, because if you take transpose determinant or determinant, if you take basically determinant of A or determinant of A transpose, they are both same only. That's why I've taken this condition. So basically, if you can recall formulas faster, you have better chance of solving it in the time constraint. If you think just knowing the formula is enough, that's wrong. Recalling the formula in given time is also very, very important. Yes? Yeah. So guys, anybody who's asking me the questions on this, please refer these PDFs. I have solved the questions. Yeah. Let me have some water, okay? All the best, Tanjiro. You were asking me for this question. I explained it to you. You can go for the center. Okay. Yes. Yes, Trisha, it does. It does, beta. No, but PU1 questions are not covered over there. PU1 questions are not covered over there. In 150 questions, only PU2 questions are covered. PU1 you have to watch and refer this session. Or you have to watch the paper predictor. Sorry. I've solved 60 questions in paper predictor. I've solved 60 questions in this session of paper predictor. This has PU1 questions. Nikhil, trivial and non-trivial solutions. So basically the solution where you have 0 in it, okay, when you have 0 solutions, that is trivial solution, non-zero is non-trivial. Bye Paras, you're welcome. And yeah, temple question. Acha thing, base theorem you're saying. Base theorem. Okay, base theorem. Where is base theorem question? What is the question number to that, Tanjiro? Question number to that. What is the question number for that question? Base theorem. Where is it? Where is it? 1 second. So yeah, so 0 and non-zero solutions are the case for trivial and non-trivial. Don't worry, there's not many questions have been asked on that, but if it comes, straightforward only, okay? Determinant being 0 and non-zero. Of course, my blessings are with you all, guys, okay? One second. Where is the question, guys? Love you too, Drago Gaming. Yes, Badri Vikram. To find the range in relation to function, just change the, so whatever function is given, make the x subject, okay? I'll check if the question is there over somewhere. Okay, I think I taught you right now, but okay. Tell me the question number, no, please. Tanjiro. Yeah. Bye-bye. Yes, Trisha, I have trust in you. All of you are gonna do very good, okay? Yes. Where's that question, guys? Where's the base theorem question? Tell me the question number. Yes. Max, min and intersection of sets. Okay, yes. So intersection of set means what? Intersection or union, you're saying. Can you ask me again? Intersection means only the common elements, right? But the class I already, okay, I've taken it up, it's over. I'm just taking your doubts. Okay, this is the question, no? Where is that question? Is it coming? I'm not finding the question number, you have to tell me that. Tukka strategy is Tukka strategy only. How can I guess it like this, sir? Tell me. Okay. Alright, so I'm not able to find that question. You have to tell me, otherwise I cannot do that. Okay. I'm just looking at the question of, that temple question. Not able to find that only. Yes, for PU1 chapters, no, for everyone, for PU1 chapters, for PU1, my recommendation will be sets, trig, probability, straight lines, conics, if possible binomial theorem. This is also very easy. Anything else? Linear inequality, this I will recommend for PU1 chapters. And of course, relation and function, the domain wala question, domain and range problems. Somebody was asking me about how to find range. So let's say I have a function given over here as x square plus 4. Okay, x square plus 4 is the function given. Alright, so change this over here. So it becomes y minus 4 equals to what? X square. Make beta x subject, you get root of y minus 4. So this is going to be x as subject. Once you have, find the limitation on y. Limitation is what? Y should be either 4 or more than 4. This is nothing but your range. This is your range. This is the way to find the range, sir. Okay. Question number 7. Okay. Okay. What happened? 7? Yeah, here it is. Okay. You are welcome. Yes, there will be a question from base theorem. I'm going to solve it right now for all of you. In probability, there will be a question from base theorem for sure. Okay. Meera visits one of the temple A and B. Probability of visiting the temple A. Probability of visiting the temple A is given as 2 by 5. So of course, temple B visiting will be what? 3 by 5. Right? Temple A visiting is 2 by 5 means temple B will be 1 minus 2 by 5, which is 3 by 5. She visits temple B and meet her friend. Okay, so she meets her friend. So meets her friend at temple B, they are asking, right? Please check. Meets her friend at temple B. So she met a friend, okay? So met a friend is over here. Means she has already met the friend and I'm looking to find the chances that she met the friend at temple B. That is my ask, okay? Check here. Already she met a friend, okay? She met her friend at one of the temples. So this is my first, will come over here. So basically I'm looking to find the conditional probability provided that she has already met the friend, looking to find the chances of her meeting the friend at temple B. Okay, so let's find this first. Meeting friend at temple A. Meeting friend at temple A. Yeah, 1 by 3. Meeting friend at temple B. Yeah, 2 by 7. Now check, this is very, very important. PBF is given by, guys, PB intersection F upon P B intersection F plus PB, sorry, means chances of her meeting at the temple B, meeting a friend, and chances of her meeting at temple B and temple A both. So total probability, this represents what? Total probability. Okay, now we can write both of all this from this formula that we have. What is the formula, sir? Formula is this. P, let's say I have event E and let's say F given by PE intersection F upon PF, right? If I want to find intersection, I'll take what? Product of these two. I'll take product of these two. So write this value over here. So PFB into PB, this is what? Same formula I'm using over here, guys. Please check. PFB into PB upon same over here. PFB into PB plus for this one PFA into PA. Values we have. PFB is how much? 2 by 7. So 2 by 7 into PB, that's 3 by 5. Same thing will come over here. So 2 by 7, 3 by 5 plus second part PFA 1 by 3 and 2 by 5. 2 by 5. 2 by 5. Something is cancelled? Yes, sir, something is cancelled. We have over here 5, 5 and 5 is cancelled. Alright. So we have anything else cancelled, sir? No. I can cancel 2 also, I guess. This 2 and this 2 is cancelled. So check numerator over here. I have 3 by 7 left. 3 by 7 is left over here. And in this side we have 3 by 7 again. And plus 2 by 3 I have. 2 by 3. Please check. So I have so far 3 by 7, 3 by 7 and 2 by 3. 3 by 7 as it is. Take LCM over here. You have LCM as 21. 7 3 means 9. 3 7 means 14. So 3 by 7 upon 23 by, excuse me, 21. Something is wrong. What is the mistake? I made some mistake over there. Some mistake I have made in calculation. What is it? One second. PB intersection F will be what? Something is there. 2 by 5. 2 by 5 only is there. 3 by 5. Okay. 3 by 5, 2 by 5. 2 by 7 for visit temple B, A is 1 by 3. So we go 2 by 7 into 3 by 5, correct? And over here 1 by 3 into 2 by 5, that also is correct. 2 and 2 cancels. I can take 2 common and is cancelled. 3 by 7 is left. Over here we have what left? 3 by 7 and, okay, 1 by 3 is there. Sorry guys, this is 1. Because 2 is cancelled, no, so we have only 1 by 3. My bad. This is not 2, this is actually 1. Sorry. This is just 1. Okay. So we'll have over here 3 7s, so we'll have over here 7 actually. So 7. So we'll have this value as 3 by 7 upon 16 by 21. 7 3s are 3 goes up. So 9 upon what is left? Okay, 1 second. This is confusing actually. Yeah. I'll write this again for better understanding. 3 by 7 upon 16 by 21. So 7 3s are 3 upon 16 by 3. 3 goes up. 9 by 16. Done base theorem. Yes. Yeah, correct. Yes. Okay guys, so as I mentioned, I feel many of you are having the same problem. Time management, as I mentioned, use the simple chapter first. Do not waste more than 5 seconds if you cannot remember a formula of that particular concept. If you don't know the formula, move on. Use tukka later. Don't use tukka right now only. In the beginning, do not take any challenge. Just solve what you know first. Solve what you know first. Do not get stuck on any question. Move on, move on, move on. Even if you solve 20 good questions, let it be. Come back to it later. Okay? Bye bye. I told you that only Vikram right now. Yes. Okay, here it is. Equation of parabola is given. They're asking us the find the equation when the focus is given and directress is given. So formula is what? Y square equals to 4ax. 6, 0 is there over here, means a value is 6, because vertex will be always a midpoint of focus and the directrix intersection with axis. This is, sir, minus 6. This is minus 6, 0. So this will be what, sir? 0, 0 only. This is the midpoint of these two. Okay. So we have, that is the equation, y square equal to 4ax. Answer is 24x. And this one, for the length of lattice rectangle, we have 2b square by a. Right? If you want to know the formulas of eccentricity, we have over here, beta. For ellipse, we have 1 minus, and for hyperbola, e value is what? 1 plus by a square. 69 once again. Okay, 69 once again. 1 second. No problem. 69 once again. I'll go and check. Just wait a some. What is this? 75. Yeah. 69 you're saying, right? Yes, Lata. I'll solve it right now, don't worry. What happened, Harley? All the best, guys. All the best to everyone. Yeah. All of you can continue with your, getting ready for the college, for the center. As I mentioned, one last, Lata, don't worry. I'm going to solve this question right now. We'll see. Right now it is scheduled at 5:30 p.m. but if possible we'll try to take it early also. Okay, and update regarding the paper discussion will be given in the WhatsApp channel. We'll let you know what time is the paper discussion, but you can check the channel. Okay, we'll have the paper discussion. Now before I go and solve the question of Lata, but just 1 second, I would like to wish all of you all the best. So this is me saying you can all go now. Okay, you can all go now and take some rest, close your eyes, have some water, have a breakfast, go take a bath and go to a center. Okay, because let's not create any panic right now. We don't have any room for anxiousness, because first of all, trust, we have done so much of hard work, okay, throughout this entire process, whether it was so many series that we did previously and then we did everything revision in the last few days also. So we have done, first of all, good amount of hard work. Okay, apart from that, formula we have learned. I revised in the morning also with all of you, giving you the formula sheets, so you've done and learned that. Okay, now whatever done beta is done right now. This is not time to prepare. This is not time of the preparation. This is the time to take some rest and perform in the examination. If you do preparation right now, you cannot perform in the examination. So please understand this. You have to keep your mind empty right now. Do not think of questions, do not think of formulas. Let it go. How will you let it go? Close your eyes. Start taking deep breaths. I just count the deep breath. That's it. I know it finds very, old. I might look like a Baba, saying the same thing over and over again, but it helps. It helps, okay? Close your eyes and take deep breaths. If you're feeling a little scared or feeling anxious, just do one thing. I'm not telling you that problem will be fixed. I'm telling you you'll know how to face the problem. Just take deep breaths, count your breaths, and that is it. Okay? Do it as long as possible, as long as you can do it. Okay? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you can do it, and you will feel much, much relaxed. Do not think of any question, do not think of any topic, do not think of any formula right now. All this will take you away from your marks. Let things go right now. Just trust yourself that whatever I've done is enough. And one more very important thing, this is not time for preparation, this is time for performing in the examination. And how can you perform? By taking rest before the performance. You cannot go full tired and perform in the, in any event. This is a very big event of your life. So understand this. You need to rest right now. Do not think of questions. Do not think of any particular formula right now. Everything will come back to you from your brain in the examination hall. Nothing. Please give yourself rest. My request, please give yourself rest right now. Rest your mind. I'm not saying go and sleep. Rest your mind. Okay? Yes. Right now, no preparation. You guys go. Come on, go take a bath and have breakfast and go. Take your parents' blessing. My blessings are always with you. Okay? Go take your parents' blessing. And if you can, forget about it. If you can, go and hug them. Okay? Before you go to class or examination, go and hug them. Okay? Your mama, your papa, your elder brother, elder sister, whoever is there with your home. If you have a pet, have a hug with the pet also, and then go on to the school or go into the center with a positive energy. Okay, just positive energy, nothing else. No preparation, no formula right now. Go to the center. Whenever you're feeling a little bit eager, little bit scared, little bit anxious, take deep breaths. It will help you a lot. You will thank me later after the examination. Okay. All is there in the PDF, formula PDF. Okay. Yeah, so this question was you have letters coconut to arrange provided that this C comes at only odd places. At least, it says at least one C. It means what? 1C and 2C. At least one means one or more. Lata, this is your doubt. One and more. Right? So 1C or 2C, difficult to find, because this is basically what? This represents what? All C only, no? 1C and 2C means all C only, where? At odd places. At all places. At odd places. So let's do one thing. To find this, let's find total arrangement minus number of arrangement with C at only even place. Let's find total of number of arrangement minus number of arrangement with C at only even place. How do you find total, sir? So we have total of how many letters over here? We have total of 7 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total will be what? Total will be 7 factorial by repetition is there. 2 comes 2 times, C comes 2 times. So 2 factorial and 2 factorial. This is all you're going to get what? Value as 1260. Total is there. What is the other part? The even part. C occurs at only even places. Only even places. So we have how many places are there, sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So second place is even, fourth place is even, and sixth place is even. So we have total of 3 even places. So out of 3 even places, I can take 2 places for C. I cannot take all 3 because we have only 2 C. So 3 C2s will be for C's actually. So this becomes what? 3. Sorry. This is nothing but 3. But this is the arrangement done for even places C? No. We have to take care of the other 5 letters also. So we have other 5 letters. Other 5 letters. So how do you arrange other 5 letters, sir? Then again 5 factorial bay divided by 2 repetition of O, because C is taken out now. So C has been arranged already over here. So divide by 2 factorial bay. You're going to get this value as 60. Combine them, you get 180. You get 180. So put the value over here. 1260 minus 180. And the answer is 1080. Lata, this is done. Beta, all of you, all the best. Whatever I can do from my side, whether it is blessings, whether it is, good wishes, my good thoughts with you, my hard work with you, whatever we can do at the Diksha Karnataka channel, we have given our best, from our side. If we cannot do anything from here, it means maybe we are not capable of doing it. Whatever we were capable of, we have done it. Okay? Yes. You're welcome, Lata. Sorry, Harley. Beta, but this is what's the channel only, so this is not mine, okay? This is the channel's, Diksha Karnataka channel. It's not like my personal thing, okay? But I'll certainly recommend, I'll tell them, of course you will be the senior, but I'll tell them for upcoming students to maintain a Telegram channel also, since you are asking something like this. I'm really sorry, Harley. Shaurya, for differentiation, no. For differentiation, of course I can solve it, okay? Of course I can solve it, but my recommendation will be just the formulas of derivatives are enough. In differentiation, what questions comes? In derivatives, what questions comes? Question on second order derivative comes, sir. Then we have questions on logarithmic differentiation that comes, sir. Please go and check this PDF. You'll find all the questions over there, okay? You'll find all these over there. Second order derivative, logarithmic differentiation will come. Now for differentiability you're asking, of course, in that case actually most of the times, graph question comes, okay? They'll let you know mod of x is differentiable or not, so whether this is, let's say gi of x is differentiable or not, x tends to at, let's say 1 or whatever it is, okay? These type of questions are there for differentiability. Getting it? For integration question, what is there? For integration question, you can have, for integration actually, for integrals, very important technique is substitution method. One question will come, or maybe more than one question will come on this technique. Number 2 will be what? By parts. Number 2 will be by parts, very important. Number 3 will be what? One question on partial fractions. Partial fractions, there will be one question. One question will be either on King's rule or odd even function of definite integral, guys. Number 5 in this chapter will be another question on particular functions, means sin inverse, cos inverse, tan inverse, or root of x square plus x plus 1 the whole square wala question. So this can be combined also, this and this can be combined also. This can be combined in actually everything. My mother tongue, Lata, is Hindi. Thank you, Harley, for appreciating it. Bunny, okay, first of all the best. We've been working very hard, Bunny, for a few months now, so very good to see you over here. For the time management, I recommend you to not waste time. Let's say I'm not able to recall any formula, right? I'm taking some time to recall a formula of particular function. Yes, these formulas are there, na? Yeah, 1 second. Here it is, where it is. 1 second. So these big formulas are there, I remember. Right now only I remembered. 1 second, guys. Just a second, Bunny. Yeah. So I'm talking about these formulas actually. So these formulas that you see. Integration formulas. So these over here, if I'm not able to recall these formulas, if I'm not able to recall this formula or this formula, then I will not be stuck on that question. I have to move on. All the thinking, all the calculative question I'll do at last. First, let me try to finish at least 25 questions, okay, in one phase. Try to solve better the entire paper in 2 phases. First phase, just do the question that you know, that you find easier. What chapters can be that? Chapters can be matrices and determinant. Chapters can be vector and 3D. Chapters can be relation and function. Chapters can be trigonometry, set theory. All these important chapters are easy chapters you can do. Probability easy questions are there. So try to solve. PU1 straightforward formula based questions are there. So try to solve easy questions first. Okay, so do the paper in 2 phases. Try to finish at least 25 questions in the first phase, and then you come for the second phase. and in this case you have to solve, of course, all. You cannot leave any question. Okay, this is the non-negative marking. LPP is same as the boards. Okay guys, they can either ask you a question on the constraint, means the inequality they can ask you, all right, or they can ask you a question on, so if you check over here LPP, right, so let's say this is my two conditions which is given. One condition is this is 3 and 3. What is the condition over here? Given down. It means from here I can get this as 3x plus 3y is less than what? 1. If I, let's say, talk about this also over here, and if I say this is the line y equal to x, and I say this is below, it means x is more. Okay, so x is more than y. So based upon, let's say this is my feasible region, right? Based upon the feasible region, I can identify the constraint. Okay, so this is my first two constraints. So they can give you the figure and ask you to identify the constraint, or they can give you the equation and ask you to find the maximum minima. All right. Yes, Tarun beta, all of my blessings are with you guys. Okay, do not worry about that. Yes, our whole team wishes you all the best, and I know that you're gonna do wonders in the examination. Naman, as I mentioned, PU2 questions are the same for the LPP. Yes, my blessings are with you all guys. Okay, the definition statement questions of LPP. So over there everything else is easy, only feasible solutions, all those questions are simple one, you can revise it. I've taught LPP actually in boards, there I've given the definitions, but if you ask me, one of the most important one that can be asked is what type of area is there in what is called as in a LPP, what type of area enclosed can be. It is what? It is always convex in nature. Is always convex in nature, the area enclosed. Okay, it can be both bounded also and unbounded also. Okay, Sarufa, if you're feeling scared, means you're thinking of too many things at one time, please close your eyes beta and take deep breaths, 10 deep breaths at one time. Okay, and you'll have less think. Try to get your mind clear. Do not think of formulas, do not think of anything right now. This is time to just go talk to your parents, talk to me about general important less important things, not study things. Getting it? Do not talk to those things. Okay, do not talk about those things. Okay, yeah, do not be worried about formulas, questions right now. It's time to rest, okay, and go for the performance. There's no time to prepare right now. So whatever you've done is done. You cannot prepare right now. So please try to understand, if you prepare right now, you'll lose what you've learned also. Don't do that. So try to focus on your breath, take deep breaths, do some meditation. It'll help you get your mind at peace. Thank you, Tarun. No, beta, there is no center because we have more and more classes over here and lives over here, so not possible for us to go any center. Yeah. Thank you, Tarun. Naman, for probability beta, you have questions on, one question on base theorem will come, one question on independent independent events will come. One question can come from combination, use of permutation combination in probability, PU1 topics. General definition questions also are there. Remember, picking the box, two cards at a time, those questions are there. Okay, prime numbers questions are there. Throwing a die questions are there. Those questions can be asked. Okay. Explain right now only, LPP. So they can either, whatever you've learned in PU2, same will come in LPP. Okay, nothing extra will come in CET. CET, PU2, LPP chapter is same. So same application is over here. So I'm not teaching you how to solve LPP. That has all been taught for PU2 syllabus and same remains. So same techniques. For engineering courses only PCM is considered. Okay. Yeah. Tanjiro, they can either ask you, they can either beta give you a given objective function, something px plus qy. Okay, and they can give you constraints, right? They can give you constraints. Constraints are the inequalities, whatever it is, okay, like this. And they ask you to find maxima and minima values. They can ask you to find the maximum minimum value. They can ask you to find z max and z minimum occurs at which point. This is one category. Other category is they'll give you the graph and ask you to find the, for the given shaded region, find the respective constraint. This is the constraint question. So over here, this line is what? This line is 3x plus 3y equal to 1. I want to go below, so less than. This line is what? Y equal to x. I want to go towards x, so x is more than. These are my constraints then. Okay? I'll have breakfast later, don't worry about it. Yes. You're welcome, Spurti. Thank you, beta. Yes, you all can. If you have followed my content, you can score 45 plus, don't worry about it, okay? Yes. And math is easy actually, high scoring. Thank you, Spurti. Okay. Only one question of complex number will come, if it comes. Okay. All right. Yes. One more thing, one last time I'm telling you guys, two things. If you at any point feel scared, anxious, question is difficult, take 10 deep breaths if you have time. If you don't have time, take 3 deep breaths. Close your eyes, take deep breaths, it will help you. Second thing is, do not study right now, do not revise anything right now, okay? Whatever formula you've learned, go ahead with, that is it, that is complete. Go for the center right now and start, getting the mood into the exam condition. Third point, very, very important, is that if you are not able to recall a formula instantly, try to move on to the next question. Try to solve the paper in 2 phases. Phase 1, at least solve 25 questions. Okay, and then phase 2, solve all the questions. Do not leave any questions, of course, because this is no negative marking, so do not skip any question. Okay, I've given you Tukka technique, everything has been given, right guys, so you can use that. All right, one more thing, try to use simple chapters first. Means I can solve the questions of PU1 straightforward chapters, which is there, matrix and determinant, which is there, continuity and differentiability chapter, which is there, vector 3D, probability of PU1, then I can go to relation and function, those chapters which is easier in nature, I'll solve those chapters first to save time for the other questions. If you, what happens, if you take up difficult question, it challenges you, you lose time, and basically, let's say, easier questions will take same time, 10-15 seconds to solve, right? 10-15 seconds to solve. That is there, sir, 15 seconds, you have solved those 15 questions. Good. Let's say 20 questions is solved in 15 seconds, 20 seconds each. Whatever time you save, that you have, it boosts confidence, okay, and you get better clarity also, you get better understanding, better recall also with higher confidence. It's very important to be a confident person in the examination hall. So please remember, solve easy question first. Phase 1 for easy questions, chapters, simple chapters of PU1 and PU2, matrix determinant, vector 3D, continuity and differentiability, relation and function, set theory, and trigonometry if you can, probability also. Try to focus on this. This will actually help you a lot. You have to trust in yourself and trust in your teachers, whoever have taught you, okay, and whatever you have learned, you have to trust your preparation. Okay, paper will not be that difficult. Try to score Vijay in the easier side first. Yes, Sanjila, I'm going to end the class, don't worry. Handshake questions, number of, handshake questions or number of, diagonal question always works with this condition, okay? NC2. For number of handshakes, you need how many people? 2 people at a time, so NC2. Okay, and for number of diagonal, you have to write NC2 minus N, because with using any 2 vertex you can join a line, so NC2 will be there, but you will also, let's say you have 3 points over here, let's say you have 4 points over here, so excuse me, if you have here 4 points, 2, 3 and 4 points. So you can join diagonal as well, and you can join a side also, right? So you're gonna go like this actually. So for 4 point, you're gonna have what? 4c2 minus 4 actually. 4c2 minus 4. Reason is what, sir? Because you'll get 4 sides also, na? This is for number of diagonal questions. 4c2 is how much? 4 into 3. So 12. Excuse me. No. Yeah. 4 into 3 by 2 minus 4. 3 to just 6 minus 4. How much is the answer? 2. So number of diagonal questions. This is the result. NC2 minus N for number of diagonal, and for number of handshake, NC2 is there. Okay. All the PDFs have been given in the WhatsApp channel. Today only morning I have updated. Yes. You're welcome, Bunny. I wish you all the best. Wish you all the best, Noor, Varshita, MTV. Yes, you can score 50. Padmanabh, all the best, beta. Great 6. Ashif Ali, all the best to all of you. I'm doing good, thank you. All the best, Noor. I'm doing good, thank you, Padmanabh. All the best, Noor. I already mentioned that. Yes. Okay. So basically I'm saying for handshake questions, the condition is NC2, because to make a handshake happen you need 2 people, right? That's why NC2. Out of n you're going to take 2 at a time. All right. And for the diagonal question, right? For diagonal question, you'll have NC2 minus n, because when you have 2 vertex, you need 2 vertex to make a line. But if you have, let's say, 4 vertex over here, you can make a diagonal, but you can also make a side, no? So you're going to have formula as 4c2 minus 4. What is 4c2? So 4 factorial by 2 factorial and 2 factorial. How much is this? 12 by 2 minus 4. This is 6. 6 minus 4 is 2, and we have how many diagonals? We have 2 diagonals, because 4 of these are sides, na sir? 4 of these are sides. That's why I remove the number of sides. This represents number of sides, and this represents number of lines can be drawn using 2 points at a time. Okay. Hi Bashwaraj, all the best, beta. Aman Khan, all the best. Anish, all the best. Badri Vikram, it's not bad a score, but we'll try to get good marks in maths. You can score more than 100, okay? Badri Vikram, all the best. Sayyed, all the best. Class is over. Tiffin, I'll have it later. Yes, Nipan. PDF of formula is very, very important, and it is sufficient also, yes. You're welcome, Shalma. All the best, Salma. Baswaraj, all the best. Only side is the formula NC2. Only sides. Okay, you cannot, then you have to find this like ulta. Think about it. Only sides, how are you going to find? NC2. Hey, why you find only side? That is n only, no? For n vertex, stupid. For n vertex, what happens? There are n sides, no? Polygon property, you don't know. N vertex, n side, n angles. For Tukka tricks, of course, 0 will hold true. Okay, so for Tukka tricks, if you're asking me, if you don't know anything in the question, try to use, so one of the method will be what? If you have x equal to 0 in the option, sometime it works. Okay, if you have the option as all the above also, usually this is the answer, these 2 cases. Number 2, try to put the values x equals to 1, minus 1, 0. Okay, this is basically for substitution, okay? This method is called as substitution method. Substitute these values in the function to get the result. Now 2 tukas are over here. Try to remove extreme values. Okay, so remove the extreme values. Okay, from options. Okay, yes. So all these tricks should be applied at the last. You cannot apply in the beginning only. Okay, yes. Yes. Anything else? What is else? So you can use graphs of the function also. Graphs of different functions which is there. Help you understand this. Even try to understand from the point of view of domain and range also. Because in some questions what they have given is out of domain, out of range, you have to just eliminate those options. Okay? Yeah. All the best, Manjunath. Coding section, there's a formula based chapter. There's no tukka over there. Okay? Formula based chapter. And in the cases of whenever you find intervals over here guys, if you have interval questions involved, intervals are involved, let's say this is there. Okay, then we have 1 to infinity. Yeah, sorry. So basically when we have options like this, okay, when you have one open, one's closed, try to substitute x as 1 over there. If it becomes satisfied, equation satisfied, it means 1 is part of the answer. Not satisfied means 1 will be open. So you can use the what? Use the option x as 1. Okay. We'll share those things to all of you guys. We'll share the drive link in the WhatsApp channel. You can upload the paper over there. Wish you all the best, Sanard Craft. Sanard Craft. Yes, bro, you can do that. Just try to manage time better. If you're scoring for, if you guys aiming for 55 plus, you have done a good preparation. Try to manage time. Okay, how do you manage time? Solve the questions in 2 phases. Solve the ones that you know first, that you can recall formulas like this. You focus on those questions first, and later you come back to the other questions. Okay, try to solve the question very, very quickly. Okay, there's no negative marking, so go for it. Do not leave any questions. Use all the tukka, all the techniques, all the tricks later. In the beginning, you use concepts only. Solve simple chapters first. Simple PU2 chapters and simple PU1 chapters questions you solve first. If somebody is getting 55 plus, means he or she has done good time management. Okay, so I wish you all the best for time management. Yes. Thank you so much, bro. Hakaboom. Rafat, it is little bit less than average. 30, you should get 30 at least, but 20 is also okay. Let's try to focus on maths right now. Okay guys, so that is it. We have exams right now. Let's not focus on anything else. I wish you all the best. I had fun teaching you all. We'll see you all in the paper discussion. Don't worry, we'll have good time. As I mentioned, this is not the time of preparation. It's time to go take some rest, take blessings from your parents, have some food, and go to the center. See you all in the paper discussion. All the best and lots of love and wishes, blessings from our entire team of Diksha Karnataka for your examination. Okay? Yes. That's all guys for this class today. I tried my best whatever I can to help you out in this session. If I missed something, I'm sorry. I've tried my best, but I'm also human, can make a mistake. So I give you all my sincere apologies, but nothing is left to chance. So trust me, go on, take some rest. Anytime you're feeling scared or anxious, close your eyes, take few deep breaths. It'll help you calm your mind. All the best and see you in the paper discussion. Go rock your paper. Okay, we have done great deal of hard work. I believe in you. I trust in you all. You will all do very good in the examination. Whatever it is, we'll celebrate in the paper discussion. Okay, that's all in this class. All the best. All the PDFs have been given. Take care. Bye-bye.